So, after last time, only one person leveled up between episodes, and that's Eigle. So, did you figure out what you're doing for that?
Yes, I'm going with logical. When you use strict deduction to analyze your surroundings, you can discern realities with int instead of whiz, which makes me marginally a little bit better at discerning realities.
Oh, because you were so terrible at it before.
I didn't want to take know-it-all because it wouldn't come up. Know-it-all is when another player character comes to you for advice and you tell them what you think is best, they get +1 forward when following your advice and mark experience if they do. Which, based on the last session, no one's going to do.
I would never ask for advice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
in
all
my
I
Cinder,
want.
life.
here.
Cinder might ask for advice, but it'd be like, Eigle, what's an elf? Are they like
The elf of the party.
rat
Only
people?
non-human.
Are they like guardians, but not
No.
furry? Because they
No,
got
they are
pointy
not.
ears like guardians. What are guardians? They're rat people, but don't call them that. That's racist.
What are you talking about?
So this cave, huh?
Are you sure it's a cave, Throckmorton?
Yes. 100% sure.
Was the pause necessary?
He had to think about it for a minute. We shall venture.
Absolutely necessary.
Yes, we shall venture into this cave. Do we have light? I guess we come with a torch in our adventuring pack, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make a big fuss. You got some light source.
I can only cast spells explicitly to harm things. I mean,
Well,
I guess that's not true, but
You harm
You harm a
the
stick.
air by burning it.
Yes, you're hurting us by leaking away our precious oxygen with your fire.
oh no, I need that oxygen to breathe.
All right, we venture into the cave. Next snap, please.
Oh,
I led the way. I'm leading the way. Me leading of the way.
Just whoever currently has the spyglass should probably be leading. It's probably Sable, right?
Uh, yes. And I decided between episodes I got a new broom. This one is a stick with a bunch of seaweed on the end of it.
You call it a broom, but it's more of a mop.
I can't wait for all the thematic brooms. So, you don't make it very far into the cave before you hear a voice. I've tried to lead you away, and yet here you refuse. I'll give you one more chance. Leave now.
I mean, we already got our money. We could leave now, but that's not adventurous.
Does the voice sound familiar?
Nope.
Hey,
And
do you live here in this cave? Oh, it's the Dagron.
You see a dragon made of mist appear before you.
Hey!
I grab Cinder's collar.
How's it going?
Cinder.
I have a story to tell you.
Cinder.
That's how they work. They eat stories.
Cinder. Do I need to put the leash on you?
Wait, you have a leash? Kinky.
After the last job, yes.
I'm not gonna
I
kink
don't-
shame Michael, but sorry.
I don't care about your stories.
What?
I know full well that you have the shard of the mirror. I cannot allow you to proceed any farther. If I
What will happen
do,
if we
I risk
do?
endangering the world. So, I ask you, leave now.
Mm,
Is leaving really all we can do? We can't, like, help you do whatever you're trying to do? We have to just leave? We have to give
I'm
up?
not trying to do anything but protect the world.
What
I
if
don't know that.
what if we endanger the world, but then also save it?
No,
That-
Cinder.
That's incredibly stupid. That is exactly the thing I'm trying to prevent.
Why is the mirror so dangerous?
Well, it's sealing away a very powerful entity.
One presumably evil, then.
Well,
What if they're
chaotic
incredibly
more so.
chill? What if that's what they are?
I
Yeah.
doubt that.
What do you like? What if what you've been told is lies, and what we've been told is also lies, and we have to discover the truth? Yeah.
I mean, generally in that case, you would just stick with the status quo and just not unleash whatever, right?
Is
We've
this the
been-
only shard of the mirror that exists?
Well, the rest of it's intact.
Then how did this one come out loose?
That I cannot say for certain.
How long have you been guarding it?
Oh, I stopped keeping track of the years.
Are you
It's
hungry?
been... I'm beyond hunger at this point. I mean, you know, mist.
How many
Why
years
not
has it
destroy the
been?
mirror then?
Oh, better question. Never mind my question.
It's not particularly something I can do myself. First and foremost, the mirror isn't in this cave itself. This is merely the way to it. However,
Well-
it's also being guarded, and, well, quite frankly, if the mirror were in pieces, then perhaps other people could find them and put them together. Like, oh, I don't know, perhaps the people with it in their hands right now.
I have no interest in assembling the mirror, but if we can destroy just a shard of it, wouldn't it be impossible to put back together?
It's not entirely possible to destroy it.
Have you
After
tried?
all, matter can't be created or destroyed.
Oh.
That's and
The
That's-
dragon says to the 3 magical users in the party.
Throgmorton looks incredibly nonplussed about this. What?
I mean, we've destroyed some stuff. You should have seen what I did to the door.
Not in the sense of that, Cinder.
Oh. Well.
I'm imagining
What
it
about-
means like if we grind it to dust, the dust will just reform right in front of us.
Unless we
Back into
disenchant
the
the
shard.
dust. Or unless we disenchant the shard in some way.
This is why Dad never messed with magic. So I was like, everybody else uses magic. It's fine.
Who created the mirror?
Well, I believe the story that got out is that the beast sealed itself away. I'm not entirely sure about that myself.
Can you communicate with the beast?
No, but I do happen to know that it's a beast of pure chaos. To seal
Ooh.
itself away out of fear of its own power would be, well, it's not quite right. A beast of chaos would not have any interest in sealing away its own power.
If we give you the shard, may we examine the rest of the mirror?
That would be acceptable.
I toss the dragon
Okay.
the shard.
Oh, I was gonna go hand it to him.
He surrounds it in mist, and he begins moving forward.
Well, bye, blurry gecko.
Are you sure you're not interested in story? You're not like any dragon I've ever met.
No.
I very much doubt that you've met actual dragons, Cinder, based on what you've said.
They look like birds, but I swear to you, they're dragons.
Someday we're going to get your eyes checked. And then we'll have to explain to you that birds other than parrots cannot talk. And crows.
I just realized if Cinder describes dragons as humans that could occasionally turn into birds, Throgmorton probably thinks he's a dragon.
No, you're not a dragon because you don't eat stories. Unless you do eat stories. Do you eat stories?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Once
How do you eat a
upon-
story? Do you just read it?
Once
I
upon a
like-
time.
Berries. Are those like stories? So.
If I wrote a story on a berry and you ate the berry, you'd be eating the story.
I very much doubt you
Wow.
could write a story on a berry.
I mean, you just gotta try really hard. They are at least small.
Yeah.
I very
you
much doubt that you can write.
That's rude.
I can write. Gosh.
Prove it.
Okay. She pulls. She picks up a stick and draws in the dirt. Fuck you, Eigle.
Which I can only imagine, because you come from a different world, isn't actually the written language in this world.
Oh man, it might not be.
Look, if it's the same spoken language.
That's true. Hey.
No, that's just magic. Babblefish.
Alright, so,
Let Cinder say fuck.
Cinder's already said fuck.
You've never once not been free to say fuck.
Cinder has said fuck a couple times. Anyway,
Cave's pretty big. Where'd the dragon go?
he's like lurking somewhere. Look, they turn into tiny, tiny birds, and they hang out with you.
I don't think that's true.
No, it's 100% true. It happened to my dad.
It's not true. Well, if you'll give me a moment, I must reform. This is my husband, Jacques. Jacques, say hello. Hi.
What is Jacques?
Jacques just a big ol' ice golem. Says
Oh,
it right
okay.
there.
I don't see the nameplate.
Oh, it should be showing.
You have to permission us to be able to see it. To see names. It's really dumb.
Wow, yeah, that is.
Otherwise, we can only see the name of our pog.
Like, Roll 20 is okay,
wow, that
but
means you didn't even get to see that the fish back there were named Real Big Fish. What the fuck?
Didn't even notice.
but
And
frankly,
because-
I actually liked what was it, Game Table or Virtual Dave a lot more, but it was always a pain in the ass to use.
Yeah.
It even says show nameplate on here. I have that checked off.
You have to show nameplate, but also let us see the nameplate in the gear icon.
Yeah.
Go to right the second tab and click on permissions, and then blah 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 blah. It's
Oh, that
it's
is the
obnoxious.
It's really dumb.
Yeah,
Really
God.
restrictive. Roll 20. I don't know about this.
There you go. Now we can see it.
God, like, ugh. If I say show nameplate, that means I want.
That's why I didn't bother putting nameplates on any of the ones I used.
What a hassle. Anyway, the mist dragon enters the golem, and you see mist start to flow out of the golem. So,
Is that how sex works?
Cinder!
Eigle.
That's a rude question.
we're not fucking in front of you, jeez.
How do you bang?
Cinder!
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell my dad about this.
Cinder!
So, your adventures, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just leaping into things you don't really understand.
All the time.
Oh, okay. Hey, Faust. So,
Dude.
why? I thought you were gonna kick these people out.
They were strangely reasonable. I don't know.
I'm not opposed to trying to gain knowledge. It's fair. However, we've made a deal. They've left the mirror shard with us, and they will go investigate. Though, is it truly all you want to do?
If this is such a great and evil device, then it would be better to destroy it or otherwise disempower it so that it can no longer be used for any purposes whatsoever.
Doing so would be some great feat. Of course, I can study it now, but I must admit I don't even recognize this magic myself. It requires further studying, but regardless.
Eigle's a huge nerd. He could probably figure it out.
The biggest nerd.
In addition, it feels
There's a
like
vein on Eagle's forehead.
it feels like it would be unfair to not warn you. The mirror isn't the only thing in that castle.
Huh?
That castle belonged to the Planar Knights. They were a powerful group that, well, the people of Topaz Village and them didn't get along. They built this fortress, and even when the witches moved in here, there was conflict after conflict, until finally we sent them into the sky. Unfortunately, though, while we attempted to get rid of them, they had another trick up their sleeve, and they caused a huge tidal wave that wiped out the village and killed almost everyone here, except for myself and my husband.
Well, I mean, water wouldn't do a lot against the made of water. Just gas water.
I wasn't always like this. I had to do this to extend my life to protect this place.
Were you one of the planar knights or one of the witches?
The witches, of course.
So then was it a coincidence that your husband is made of ice and you're made of steam mist?
Oh, well, we figured that we'd have a little theme going on.
Thematics are an important part of magic.
It's also an important part of marriage.
Yes.
My family has silly names.
Oh?
No,
How so?
don't ask her.
Well, my dad's name is Cole, my mom's name is Okay, and I'm named Cinder, and my my auntie's name is Ash, and then I have another relative whose name is Ember, and so forth and so on. So we got this thematic kind of naming thing. See?
Don't forget your uncle. Good enough.
Oh yeah, my uncle Good enough, and my grandpa Anso.
Didn't Okay have another sister that was mediocre?
All
No.
right.
Yeah.
All right, that's right.
Auntie All Right doesn't talk to us anymore.
Oh no.
Well, that is quite the family, I will say.
Do you feel
I've
cooler,
never heard of
like
family
less
name.
hungry, or do you feel
Please ignore her.
satisfied
She
at
doesn't
all?
understand what
in
dragons
any-
are.
Mm,
I'm unfortunately quite unaware of this dragon tradition you seem to be aware of.
Anyway,
I take this form only because I think dragons are cool.
oh, they are. They're really cool. They send you on adventures.
was the mirror truly created by the creature trapped within, or was it created by the planar knights or the witches?
I doubt it would be a witch device. As for the planar knights, I doubt it could have been them. If I have to make a confession, I'm the one who unleashed this beast on the planar knights.
Oh.
When the tidal wave was heading for us, I had little time and I thought of little outside of revenge. And so I tore open a hole in reality to, well, let's call it a demon dimension isn't quite right.
Oh, demons! I can kill demons. This axe can kill
Cinder!
demons. I've got this.
They aren't the same thing.
Chaos beasts are from a realm that is essentially a runoff of bile of the demon world.
Oh,
Creatures
gross.
far too violent to be organized in the demon realm, that sort of thing. And well, since the planar knights were killing us, I figured I'd unleash something on them and, well, not so much damn the consequences now, but
But you weren't the one that put it in the mirror.
no, I'm not. That wasn't my magic. So you see, I can't be positive exactly who did it because, well, as powerful as the planar knights are, near as I can tell, they were slaughtered. Nobody came back from their castle.
Have you gone to their castle?
Only briefly. It remains mostly unguarded, though the traps are still active.
Oh man, traps. Oh.
Cinder, not every adventure has to have fighting.
No. It's just traps are bad.
Well, now that we know that it has traps, if we ever have to go there, we can avoid them.
Yeah, let's go there now. Let's go.
Well, hold on.
I mean, I'm ready to go.
It's probably likely that in the planar, if it was a planar night, we would find more evidence there, but I would like a chance to look at the mirror itself to determine what form of magic it has.
Oh, okay.
I must admit, I don't know exactly where the mirror is in the castle. It's certainly not on the first floor.
Wait, I thought you had the mirror.
Oh, no. Like I said, the mirror's in the castle.
Underground.
Way to pay attention, Eigle.
Wait, we're in a cave. I thought the mirror was in the cave.
Oh, no. You see this teleporter, right? Well, this is a teleporter first and foremost, if you don't recognize it. Ta-da! And he points at a sigil on the ground. It's very fancy. Trust me on this one.
I can see it in the theater of the mind.
It's painted in white on the limestone floor.
Even if you were to fly up there without my hindrance, then you'd probably not make it. It's very high up. Within the castle itself, there should be enough to breathe normally. Probably. I don't exactly breathe normally myself.
Sable,
What?
come back here. Do I need to put a leash on you too?
Never. Ah!
Eigle, keep your fucking fetishes to yourself.
It's not a fetish. It is a parenting tool.
I jumped on the thing.
Oh, it's like a toddler leash.
Yes.
Goes around the arms. Okay.
Yes.
The castle is large, so you will.
God damn it! Leave me behind.
Hurry up, get in here.
Before you leave, though,
Mhm.
you hear footsteps in the cavern.
Oh no, the ghost knight. He's come back for us.
Feet in my feet.
He wouldn't make footsteps.
He's walking his hands.
No, he's saying footstep, 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 so people know he's approaching.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
You don't see Thog. I
Wait,
don't.
was there someone else with you?
No.
Oh, damn. Well, okay, where are they? Okay, just have to disperse the fog real quick. Hold on a moment. I didn't think there was anyone else here. Okay, I should be able to detect them with a fog. It's fine. It's fine.
Can I see?
I will discern. I will discern realities
All right.
with analytical brain stuff.
Turn on the Sherlock vision.
No, I go too far into the mind palace in the Sherlock vision.
Just seeing math everywhere.
There's a barking dog. I don't know why.
He started his movie Sherlock, and then he became BBC Sherlock. It becomes worse.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
Benderman Cumberbatch.
All right, can I see the shard floating around in the dragon?
Yes.
I want to sneakily grab it.
Why?
Because she's naughty.
Again, 8. That is a mixed success.
Okay, so, you take it, and Faust just looks down at you like, what, okay, I know this is an emergency, but you really
Teleport!
what about that? Because Eigle failed his role, you finally see the person who's been walking through the cave. By walking, I mean sneaking, and she appears and grabs onto the shard the same moment you do, and you all teleport together.
And then it becomes the fly situation. We're all in one horrible mass.
This can only end well.
Why are we having this hot lesbian come along with us? No.
Yo, this is a tragedy.
So everyone is tossed suddenly into the room.
Oh.
Now, if you would be so kind, please give up that shard.
I stick my tongue out her. Nah. I yank at it.
You should probably do a thing because she.
I want to cast a spell.
By all means.
I'm going to cast a spell. We're in the castle now, right?
Yep.
I will pull the iron supports, like rebar, out of the ground and form a cage around this person. Because one of my spell focuses is steel and iron.
Six.
I got a 6.
Wow,
Well,
you are rolling.
I
like
have
a
not
pro.
succeeded.
Horribly wrong, huh? Well, the thing
It
is,
works, but something goes wrong. Yeah.
yeah, here's the thing. You are in the bottom floor of the castle, so you pull out some of the support, and that's just the ground gone. And because you were trying to get the ground around this mysterious thief, it's not the ground beneath her, it's the ground beneath Sable.
No.
No!
I
Sable
rush
has a
over.
room that can fly.
I'm still holding on to that shard, so I'm pulling her with me, or she's holding me by the shard.
Actually, you could probably dangle her by the shard while holding onto your broom.
Ah!
She stands her ground, and she looks a little bit nervous about pulling a knife out to try and cut you down at this point. She doesn't exactly want to murder you.
Have you seen her growth rates? I mean, come on.
Ah! I'm making a spell. I am going to pick tags for my spell. Wait, no, jeez. Poof. Okay. I guess I would just do hand because I'm touching the thing that she's touching. I would do debilitating and forceful.
Ooh, my favorite tag.
Wow,
Oh no!
Oh my
magic is
God.
terrible.
It's like Roll20 wants me to progress.
So
I'm not letting you fuckers get through this safely.
I
at this
counter
point,
spell.
Reasonable.
I guess counter spell on that.
You make Sable smack herself with magic?
No, to negate it so it doesn't hurt anyone.
I think at this point Heather gets the shard.
No, here's what I say happens. I say it exactly what I casted blasts back at me, and I am forcefully blasted through the hole in the floor and stunned.
I guess somebody's got to go after her then, huh?
No.
Well,
Use your damn broom!
I'm all
She's
steely-eyed.
stunned.
if you allow me, like I said, this person probably doesn't want you dead, so she's just gonna kick you to safety. That does, however, mean you disengage.
Don't get up.
Okay.
Oh, she has terrible strength growth rates. She can't hit you that hard. Or that far.
That's what you get for trying to mess with a thief. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go find the rest of this treasure. And
No,
she
you
makes
will
me
not.
laugh.
No,
Wait,
I'm
wait.
casting a spell.
Wait, I have an idea. Let her go.
You already cast a spell.
I cast another spell.
No man.
Stop ignoring me.
What's your plan,
This is my
Rob?
great plan, you guys.
I have a bad feeling about this great plan.
Well, I can't say it now because then she'll hear.
She's totally waiting by the door, like, a plan, you say? Stroking her chin. Heather, get out of here! Let us have our
Here we
secret
go,
plan.
running away.
You tell everybody else your plan and then fill me in on the plan. Heather, come back!
Okay. I can turn into an angry dog and follow her scent.
I take one down.
She seems to know what she's doing more than we do, and we can let her go ahead first to deal with all the traps.
What if she just sneaks past the traps and doesn't set them off, and then we set them off?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot there are traps. Please, I'm gonna stumble right into the first one fast because I'm chasing her.
Oh my
Eigle has his hands in his head in his hands.
I guess I'll have to roll to defy danger. Let me know when I need to do that.
You know what? Let's just say that there's one.
She just like dances over it, like I see her take a little hop, and I'm like, aha, I got you, and I make like a dive for her, and X-Blade comes swinging down for me, and I'm like, cocks! I will try to dexterously roll away.
Oh, you did actually do really well on that.
Surprise.
Oh, whew. So I roll away, but I roll towards her like in Dark Souls. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to roll towards them.
She claps for you because that was a cool move. However, then, because you're still pursuing her, she is going to take a swipe at you.
I don't know how to respond to this. I already defied danger. I guess I defy danger again. I will want to impress her. So I'm gonna just take the hit, like, and flex. So
Alright.
I will constitution this. Ooh, okay, yeah, I definitely take the hit, and I definitely flex.
Alright, let's see, what did I
You
get?
think you're a nerd now.
That seemed rather dumb, actually.
Yo, check this out. I'm immediately stabbed in my arm, but it's unclear what kind of move I was trying to pull off.
Ooh, 6. So I take, I take 4 damage. Okay.
Alright, so, in addition,
Ow!
you also feel a small sting from that slash, and it's
Ow!
not like a normal damage. So,
Ow!
with that, she disengages immediately.
Ow!
Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this!
Ow! Anyway.
Xander, no matter how much you whine, you're not going to get any more attention than you really need.
Well, time to put my plan in action and follow her safely.
All right.
Time to
And
turn
what about
to-
the traps, Throckmorton?
All right, so it sounds like Throckmorton is volunteering to be the scout because this castle's so large that it's going to count as a journey. Though I
Ooh.
will say, I have made it so that trailblazing works a bit differently.
Is it we knock down walls instead of walking into traps like idiots?
Trailblazer is what you learn when you travel throughout the castle. You'll make a trailblazing roll each floor, but like it's not necessarily one that can go badly. It's basically like you can learn about the castle, about the planar knights, or about the beast itself.
Sable, I think she poisoned me with like sexy thief poison. Not that the poison was sexy thief poison, that she was a sexy thief that poisoned me. Okay. Ow, it hurts. There's an axe that swings down from the roof up here. God,
I feel like
stink.
it's like swinging back and forth like right next to you. You can see it. You're like you triggered the trap and now it's just hanging there.
It's a very
All right.
pathetic looking track.
So I guess we're taking a perilous journey through this castle.
Yep. So there's only going to be one scout and quartermaster. The rest is, learning about the castle as you go through.
All right. I'm following. Actually, before that, can I make a shapeshifting roll
Sure.
to turn into a wolf?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think
well-
that'll also help you with scout. If would bonuses work? Oh,
Oh, you hold
It's
nothing.
plus wisdom.
All right, so I turn into a wolf, but I only get one hold, and there's something wrong with it. GM, tell me
You
what's wrong with it.
say wolf.
It's what you think is a wolf. So you're
it's
like a
the
pug.
rudest corgi.
It's surrounded. Yes, a corby. Yes, thank you. I'll be here all week.
Corbel.
Corable. Yeah.
I will roll trailblazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
damn,
job.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, Eigle is fed up with this shit and is going to basically carve out holes in the walls with magic to just, we're avoiding traps this way. I don't want to hear anything else. We're going this way.
But what if those are load bag walls?
Magic.
Load bag magic?
Yes.
I will take care of the rations. I roll with
Wisdom.
wisdom.
They're all
Oh,
with wisdom.
damn. Maybe I shouldn't. Too late now. I already said I would, and wisdom is
Yeah.
my bad stat.
We're committed.
Yep,
Nope.
there we go.
Just stop eating all of everything. Stop it.
I'm pain eating. I can't believe she hit me with sexy thief poison.
You're not dying, Cinder. You're fine.
I don't know, that wound looks pretty festery.
Is this real life?
Oh, look at my food. I didn't mean to press that.
Look what you've done to it, Cinder.
As you hold out the
Seriously.
food, Cinder just grabs handfuls.
Food will reduce this poison.
I try to soak up the poison with the bread, like slapping it over my wound. You're getting blood all over it.
All right, so
No,
how many
the
extra
bread
rations
has
do we
mold in it,
lose?
and the mold will be like penicillin, and the penicillin will cure the infection. And yeah,
Cinder?
what?
So I guess I can make my scout roll now.
Yes.
Yes. And
Oh God, we are so lost.
What is happening?
unless this works like fate and your animal allows you to get a +2 on that, then that's a fail.
I have to spend a hold that I only have one, so I'm going to keep that for the inevitable rematch with the thief.
Oh, you
So
really
this
think we're gonna
fat-
catch up?
That fucking wolf is just bouncing in the walls, staring at nothing.
All right, so oh my, okay, apparently that scout didn't matter too much. That's 1 damage. It is piercing, I will say, but despite all the traps that you repeatedly run into, you don't get that hurt.
Is that to all of us?
Yes.
Ooh, well, tank. Oh, it's piercing.
All right, so since Eigle got a 11 for that Trailblazer, as you proceed through the castle, or this first floor of it, you see skeletons littering the ground, and you also notice that their skulls have been shattered.
Outward or inward?
Outward.
Well,
Oh, that's not good.
So what do you think?
What do you think this is, Throckmorton? I say to the round ball of a dog.
Bark,
Bad.
bark, bark.
This is
Bark,
bad.
bark. He doesn't get the sounds right either. He can't.
Wark.
Bark.
So do you think their heads exploded, or something in their heads exploded outwards, like a brain worm?
Isn't that the same thing?
No, I'm saying like, do you think the brain exploded, or there's something exploded through their skull from the inside?
Like their brain?
No, but like something else that wasn't their brain.
Like a parasite?
Yes,
like a cloaker?
It's the difference between like some
Cloakers do. Oh, nope,
hitting you with like brain rays and making your brain real big, versus like a worm getting into your brain and then digging its way out.
I don't know. All I know is that they exploded outwards. Every single skeleton?
The ones around here, it seems.
I would like to discern realities about these skeletons.
All right. That's
I got
9. What do you
Oh.
want to ask?
God, I need the question. Hold on, I didn't open anything up.
I got it.
Fine.
What happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control here? What here is not what it appears to be?
What happened here?
Their heads exploded.
I want more details on what made their heads explode.
On closer inspection, you notice a lot of it is focused from the ears. So, whatever did this, it was probably sonically.
Oh gee, we should plug our ears.
With what?
I don't know. Is any
I pull
Friend
out
left in the
tufts of
direction.
fur from Throckmorton and start stuffing them in people's ears.
Ow, ow,
Bork, bork, bork.
Ow!
Not
Ow!
putting-
I say, mocking.
I'm not putting hair in my ears.
I'm not putting hair in my ears. We can
I
use
have-
magic. Magic can do this. Magic can block sounds, I swear to God.
Yeah, but will it stop the sound waves from affecting our eardrums and making them explode, or just make it so we can't hear them? But it's
Yes.
to explode. I don't want my eardrums to explode.
Well, why don't you make a potion that will do it?
Oh, okay.
I regret everything. I regret this. It's just gonna be gack, isn't it?
Here, put some wolf fur in the potion for funsies.
No, Cinder, you don't know anything about alchemy.
I know about equivalent exchange, motherfucker!
Equivalent exchange is that mixed drink you tried to make once, and it made you vomit for 3 hours straight.
That was the exchange between me imbibing all the alcohol and the equivalency
It
of that
was 2
exchange.
parts alcohol, 3 parts turpentine.
Alright. I will attempt to brew a potion. Potion effects are always possible, but GM will give you one to four of the following conditions.
I'm going to say the potion's effects fade quickly. The imbiber will need to hurry to get use out of it, and also the potion smells and tastes horrible.
Okay.
It's gack.
Uh,
And you only made 3 of them, you realize.
yeah. Well, I passed them out to everyone except Loika.
I give Aloika mine. Oh wait, no, his dog. I'll give Throckmorton mine when he becomes not a dog anymore.
Dogs can't drink potions. It's not good for them.
He's not gonna be a dog forever.
You don't know that.
There's no chocolate or peanut butter in there. I saw you what you put in.
You don't know that either.
I watched you make it.
Maybe she used the old sleight of hand. Let's keep going. Now Cinder is finally done screwing around. She wants to find that sexy thief.
Yeah, I put the leash on you.
Figure out
The little
what she
toddler
stabbed
leash.
her with. Arrgh, she starts biting at it.
Stop doing it.
I'm going to wait to describe the effects of the potion until.
Alright, so if you're done on that floor, then we move on to the second, and somebody should make a roll.
Yeah.
Dang, you are gonna learn a lot about this beast today. Alright, so as you move along, you notice that a lot of the positions of like the bodies here were fortified, and it seems they were attempting to stop the beast in the hallway or try to surprise it. However, there are holes in the wall here and there, and over time you start to realize that its attack patterns seem to have utilized those holes. So, whatever the beast is, it's no larger than a house cat at most.
How
That's
big
not
are
comforting.
are these
But they were
how big-
fortifying
The
to prevent it
hallways.
from which direction? Out or in? Since the teleporter was the way into the castle, right?
Yeah. So they were trying to prevent it from going any farther in.
Okay, so the thing came from outside and going inward. And so at each fortified position where there are bodies, there's also a hole that indicates that it came in from the flanks.
Mm-hmm.
Are these holes like jagged, like explode outwards, or are they like nice and
Perfectly.
round, like it was carved? Or, like, burned?
Jagged.
Teeth marks?
No. It looks like it kind of just exploded outwards.
Like the Kool-Aid Man.
A very small Kool-Aid man that screams.
A cat-sized
A very
Kool-Aid
small
man.
screaming. Is this just the nuclear version of Eevee from that really bad Pokemon hack?
Oh no.
The Scream Boy?
Surprise.
It's a Scream Boy!
Uranium. You're in Pokemon Uranium all along.
No, my mom!
It's too edgy.
I will not, however, subject you to the music from that game. So, I guess if you don't want to investigate anything else, then move
Well,
on.
I've already investigated. Someone else can investigate.
I don't want to dig through a bunch of bones.
You don't have to investigate the bones. I've already looked.
All right, so 9. All right, we're on the 3rd floor. You notice as you go throughout that, of course, due to the traps and whatnot, and basically the fact that this place is made up of a maze, the Planar Knights were very defense-oriented, and they were expecting attacks. It seems that they wanted to lure people in and defeat them within their own domain.
Or they were paranoid preppers.
I mean,
This
could be both.
place
Why do we have to go through the barricades every time we have to use the bathroom? Because tradition!
I can't find any of, the 28 bathrooms in this castle, and that's
Because tradition!
Why are all the 28 bathrooms on the same floor right next to each other?
You'd think they'd spread them out, but no.
It's not even one big bathroom.
Also,
28
unbeknownst to almost everyone, 27 of those bathrooms are trapped.
single occupancy bathrooms are the way to go thing. This I don't like this castle. This whole thing's a maze.
Oh,
he-
is that so?
Oh no, that's so much. I want to die. I'm so tired.
You continue on your perilous journey. Eigle gets a 7. All right. Oh, 7 for the 4th floor. So, you
Did we
notice.
find the bathrooms finally?
Well, you don't see any bathrooms, but
Planar bathrooms.
you see a lot of prisons, and there's a lot of evidence that there were witches held in here.
Or bodies, at least.
Well, it's kind of impossible to tell at this point.
Do they also have the same... Did they come down with the case of the exploding brain?
No, it seems like they weren't quite killed in the same manner. It seems that the prisons here were quite public.
Like to the
Quite public, on the flying castle, 4 floors up.
Public to the many knights who were here.
That doesn't make sense with their defense-minded traditions, because they wouldn't want public spaces. They want very tight choke points. Unless they're stupid.
A certain
Sometimes
definition of public.
You just really like torture.
Gross. I hate this. Let's keep going.
Alright, and so, the final floor in this Etrian Odyssey ass dungeon.
Oh,
Wow, you put some
Fuck this
work into
dungeon!
this.
Woo!
Fuck this
Welcome
dungeon.
to hell!
I got
the
one.
worst.
Darn, I was
Someone
hoping
packed
you'd
the
get
escape
under
rope,
6.
right? Someone packed the escape rope, right?
I have the escape pipe from Phantasy Star. It's kind of the same thing as the escape rope.
That's
Jenner,
just a
if you
smoking pipe.
aren't already, could you zoom all the way out on the stream and show what this fucking maze looks like?
Holy
at
shit,
this.
you went the full size for this one, huh?
Yep.
You
Becker
really
put
got good
some
use
work
out of
in.
that program.
Yep.
I feel like you've been in here for like a million years.
It's been 2 hours.
No,
Sure.
this explains why we ate
Look.
all the food.
There's a very simple solution to getting through this maze, and I blow a hole in another wall.
Throckmorton has lost Heather since like hours ago, and he's very sad about it.
Oh.
But he doesn't tell us because he can't speak.
Also, instead of making messed up barking noises, he makes like meowing noises.
Because that's what dogs sound like, right?
I think I don't know anymore. I'm just really sad right now, guys. I just want to do well.
But we don't understand you. We're just kind of dribbling you along because you're a small, round object.
I'm glad you did not get a 7 to 9 here because my notes for that are incomplete.
Haha, GM planning.
I didn't think you'd be here by now. You sense a lot of magical residue around here, and in the spots where you sense this incredible amount of magic, which, yeah, it's still lingering here even after 200 to 300 years, there aren't any corpses there. There's just basically splotches of, like, very rusted over blood.
Ooh,
Wow.
this is old blood. I know a bit
I didn't
about.
know we'd come into the murder castle
I know a bit
where
about
everyone was murdered.
the aging of blood, having shed some blood in my time and then sat and watched it age because I'm weird. Can I get an idea?
Are you a cutter?
No, I mean other people's blood, not my own.
Okay. Please specify that next time. Also, gross. I think this is a good time to probably take the potions now.
Well,
You still haven't seen the mirror, so you might not want to do that just yet.
Also, we haven't seen what's your face.
I know, okay? I know. I can't find her.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
Throckmorton, any idea? Which way should we go, Throckmorton?
Throckmorton like looks at one of the doors, then he wanders over to a different doorway, then he wanders over to a third doorway, trying not to cry.
you know,
Come on, boy, you can do it.
you could use that one hole to pick up the scent again, a thing a dog could do.
I'm not gonna make you do that, honestly.
So that's what it's for.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
it's
what-
for.
It's
That is
honestly what it's
what's-
for.
I mean, you might want to do something with,
Let me double check to see that if I run out of hold, I like immediately transform back into a human.
I think it's after you do the thing with it. Like, you don't just immediately happen, because what's the point of spending the last hold then?
So you can choose a different form?
It says once you're out of hold, you return to your natural form.
Yeah, so you'd use it up, you'd figure it out, and then you turn.
All right, using my one hold to track down Heather, I am renewed with determination.
all
We
right.
know her name is not Heather, it's Lark, but I'm sorry, you used Heather's pug, so now she is forever condemned.
Oh, I'm
to be
sorry. Is
Heather.
her name Lark?
I mean, it hasn't been introduced in story. You just saw it in the roll.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice.
All right,
Anyway,
so
we're following Heather.
you pick up on the trail, and you finally wind up in a much smaller room. You are relieved, and you see around you that you can actually see the sky from here. Like, there's pillars holding this room up, and in the center of the room, standing on a very large insignia, is a very old, rusted over looking golem thing.
Oh dear.
What's the golem holding?
It's not holding anything, it's just looking at you menacingly.
It's not moving.
It's whirring.
Are these
Oh,
things etched in the ground? Or
Yeah.
are they extensions from the monster?
What?
Letter?
etching.
Okay.
Don't touch anything. Remember the last 3 times you've done that?
This
I
time will be
remember.
different.
Intruders, leave immediately.
Oh no, we got permission to
Different
come
animal.
here. We knocked at everything. We brought cookies.
Shh. I want to discern realities. if this is a golem made by the planar knights, then they probably had a deactivation word, and I want to figure it out. I'm discerning realities. Hold on.
I don't know if you have time to do that.
Damn, I do. So I discern the hell out of the realities. Oh boy. I also get an extra secret because of arcane learning, in addition to the 3 questions I get to ask.
Nerd.
Shut up. This might save your life. What here is useful or valuable to me?
There's not much useful in the room. However, due to the extreme age of this automaton, it's very likely a bit of a pushover. But that being said, it is absolutely in your way. And I guess really the only useful thing is your own power.
What here is not what it appears to be.
Despite the fact that most of the magic within the golem is used to operate it, basically, you can sense some sort of odd magical substance located within it that doesn't seem to be active at the moment.
Full of magical goo, probably.
Who's really in control here?
It would seem to be the goo, really.
And what? And give me an arcane secret.
Arcane secrets. I guess it's more about this magical goo. This is an ancient magic, and whatever it is, it's not really in practice and might even be illegal. It's a substance that seems to tear a hole in reality if need be.
You said it's a very rusted metal. Iron golem?
Yes.
Oh, good. So I'm going to take a +1 forward to this, on top of a +1 to my spell, because I'm going to cast a spell, and because I am working with iron in the golem, I'm going to rust it further so it falls apart.
Well, what if it lets the goo out?
Then it'll just be goo instead of goo controlling a golem. I will take saps my energy, and spell effects either are much more or much less than I wanted it to. GM's pick.
I'm going to say much less. I'm going to give it some kind of disadvantage, like maybe like everyone gets +1 forward against it.
But it's still
basically
there.
like you can't immediately destroy it at the very least.
Yeah, rusty joints.
If it will not obey my commands, then it will obey the passage of time and rust into nothing.
You're so extra.
Shut up and finish it off.
Sable, do you have a spell for this?
What's it doing? Is it walking past that line?
It has walked past the line, and now it's aiming its hand, I guess, towards you, Sable, since you're in front.
Oh no. I will dive out of the way. Huh.
No,
Why
you're not.
not attack? Why not cast a magic? Why not do anything?
Because it would have hit me either way. I had to get out of the way. I don't get hit.
So, it fires a beam.
Oh no, a beam.
Whoa.
Oh!
Oh, I saw a beam.
Ooh, wow, that is a big beam.
Do I get armor on that?
Yes.
Okay, then that's
Yikes.
half my life.
Yikes. I charge in.
But you'll notice that it also seems to wind back quite a bit. By using that beam, it seems to have damaged itself.
I get hit with the buster cannon.
I charge in and hack at it with Cole's axe. Yes.
Oh, dang.
So
On
on
a 10
on
plus,
10
you deal
plus,
your
you
damage
deal
to...
enemy and avoid their attack. Well, let's see how much damage I did before I. Ooh, wow,
Oh,
Max.
dang.
Jesus.
She just carves into it and then dances away.
Oh, specifically dance away?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to say, you get away fine then, because once you do that, the rusted automaton sort of slumps over, but then you can feel an immense heat radiating off of it.
Oh dear.
So, you've realized that this thing's about to explode.
Sable,
I
get
cast
behind
a
me.
spell to protect everyone. Protective bubble.
Sable, get behind me. I grab for Sable and shield her and Throckmorton.
Oh, barely. Okay. It won't last long because I don't need it to. I already took the last one. Unforeseen side effects and might draw unwanted attention.
All right, so you put up a shield as the golem explodes, and there is quite a bit of smoke in the room, but once it clears, your shield lets down, and it seems as though the room is empty. That is until you look down, and that goo substance is on your shadows.
Are we gonna have to fight a shadow fight? Is one of the shadows a dog?
The goo retreats to the center of the room, and they all begin to start forming. And
Oh,
all
God!
vaguely like you, though.
Exactly like Throckmorton.
Yes, the Throckmorton copy is perfect. It looks exactly like him in every way. Hey everyone, it's Fefner. Boy, I sure was quiet in this episode, huh? Man, streaming sure is a thing. But hey, speaking of streaming, if you want to catch these episodes live, you can check us out at twitch.tv/Batalisk, most Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And hey, if you want to watch the VODs, or if you want to prepare yourself for any announcements in which we won't be streaming on a Wednesday, you can go down to lp.zone and find our thread, We Stream Games, under the Streams section. Have you found it? Good. Congratulations. Your journey's over. You did it. But hey, I hear you wondering about that music I used in this episode. Well, let me tell you about that music. So, the main theme is Sentient Machines by Brandon Strader and Mythius. You can find that on OC Remix. The rest of the music is from video games, such as Lost Shinjuku from Etrian Odyssey, Macho Grubba from Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, the instrumental version of Last Surprise from Persona 5, and Dirt. See you in Street Fighter V, everyone!